All right, I just finished a standard event run with humans here in best of one, mono white, of course. Turned myself some packs in some gems, as I'm sure we're all looking to do. And I have to say, this is a deck that has surprised me a little bit. Um, Definitely surpassed my expectations, but I still think that it needs a little bit more to be truly at the top. But I think it's a very good deck, if I had to say right now, and it is definitely a solid pick if you're looking to enter events and enter some packs. Now, the card that kind of changed everything for this entire archetype is a new card from the new set, the March of the Machine Aftermath. It's an uncommon, which is fantastic because I'm so sick of dishing out rares and mythics to craft all these new cards. But Copper Code Vanguard is not one of those rares slash mythics. And its effect is very powerful. So each other human you control gets +1/+0 and has a ward. That's an effect that is actually extremely valuable, especially in best of one when you're trying to race. So you have that extra damage. And the ward really puts a wrench in your opponent's plans when they're trying to remove key cards like Thalia and, Adeline and Knight and Cathar. Like, pretty much every other human has so much value in this deck that protecting it and, grabbing the attention of the opponent and redirecting it onto Vanguard is quite good. And, if it lives, it is kind of a anthem effect without the toughness, which is actually the main issue that I wanted to bring up in this deck, is that, sweepers, they exist. Brotherhood's End, it's a card. It's tough to beat most of the time. Now, that doesn't mean you can't win against it, because obviously we have Thalia and we have Adeline. We have some 4 toughness cards here. I would say Sarah Paragon is kind of a flex slot. You can kind of run whatever you want. I'm very happy, I think, with the Sarah Paragon so far. I've not actually played the card, but I've imagined drawing. Actually, no, I have cast the card a few times, actually. I remember now. But even in multiple situations when I'm in a top deck mode, I'm like, okay, I would actually really like to draw Sarah Paragon here because it would allow me to kind of, get some cards back from the graveyard, especially Intrepid Adversary, that can, pump your entire board state as it enters the battlefield if you pay some extra mana. And also getting Recruitment Officer back to, like, get some more card advantage. Overall, Sarah Paragon seems to do the job that this deck wants it to do quite well. Now, the mana base is kind of simple. Just 23 lands, 2 Murex. Murex has been fantastic. I would not play Foundry. You need the colors. You can maybe play another Murex as well. I just cut one because I was on 24, and the land I cut was a Murex. So there's that. Lay Down Arms is a card I'm still on the fence on. I think it's actually pretty good, but I'm on the fence between it and Ossification, which might do the job a little bit better, although it is twice the mana cost. So that is the main thing, is mana efficiency is the main question you want to ask here on whether or not you want to play lay versus ossification. So that's not something I've tested enough to be sure on, but you can go towards whatever you prefer, I would say. Anyways, very simple deck, simple strategy, mono white. I don't have much else to say about it. Try it for yourself if you enjoy this archetype, and yeah, good luck in your runs, and I hope you enjoy this run coming up. Hopefully this doesn't really matter. I wish I had a 2-drop, but I don't. Human Mirror. I guess it's fine after Cathar, so actually I'm in a good spot here. How badly do I think the Fable ban will affect Reanimator decks? Not badly at all, I think, because I think Fable is good for reanimation, but it's also like really good for your opponents. So I don't know. I don't think it hurts them that much. Big score is still a thing. One second. All right. I guess playing this is kind of whatever. I might as well. I could also flip, which sounds good actually. I'm gonna do that. Okay. I mean, that's totally chill. I'll take that. Ooh, I really want to play Skrelv. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. But I'm gonna... This, I have less adversaries than Skrelv, so... Pretty good board state, though. Fantastic. Oh, but they can activate. Ah, no, they can't. They can't. That's fun. Uh-oh. I mean, I can see why they would, like, it's power changing in combat, like, it's, I don't know. Makes sense. Like, it's not a completely ridiculous proposition that would happen. I mean, I don't necessarily want to flip here. That's the thing. Yeah. I don't know. This is kind of interesting. Like, I want to flip, but I also don't want to flip. And then if they answer this, I'm gonna take a lot of damage too. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I'm not taking that much damage if you kill. It's fine. Just the 1/1 gets to stick around, which could be annoying. I mean, that's fine, right? Adeline is a really bad card to play into adversary, to attack in with against adversary, so totally okay. All right, what would I do there? I mean, I'm definitely swinging with like at least both the Cathars. I would force one block, and I guess I could force the second block as well, which is probably beneficial either way. And then I just play Sarah Paragon and pass. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Oh, but they could... If I do that, they don't have to block the Cathars, actually. Because they gain life. Interesting. I don't know. But that matchup is just whoever draws more Cathars wins the game. So dumb. Really dumb. But okay, this hand is good. There's also a... Wait. Does the 2-mana 1/1 that makes another 1/1 make humans? Because if so, I would say there's a decent argument towards playing it with all the scaling, but I'm not sure that's the case. It could be, but I think it definitely makes a soldier token. I don't think it could be a human soldier. That wouldn't make any sense. That's interesting. I would tend to not block that if I had to choose. And again, I'm not sure what to do here because I want to play this, but I also don't... I know this could die easily. So I think it's better to play this. But it is kind of awkward. But I really value this more, so... It is a soldier token? Okay, then yeah, there's no reason to play it then. If it was a human, I think I would play it, because it's so much value off of this card. And it's so much value off of this card, and it's so much value off of this card. Too much value off of everything. Doing this for 2 is really interesting, and I think I actually do want to do it, because I won't have many opportunities if they remove here to get this down. I think it has quite high value. Even if I can't get a 3-drop, it's not a huge deal. My 2-drops are the most impactful in this matchup. Now this. The indestructible one. That's unfortunate, but you know, it's still a 1 for 1. Well, it's still 1 for 0 actually, so. Free card. Free card's a free card. Not much you can do. Ended up drawing that anyways. Yeah, I love just playing these. That just seems to be really good here. If they have the sweeper, I'm kind of screwed, but I would be screwed either way even if I played this, so. I was considering swinging with this, honestly, and I think I should have. I probably should have. Yeah, I should have. The losing this doesn't really matter that much. It's more about the rest. And dealing an extra 2 damage potentially, or trading with this. Actually, do I even care about this? Not really. Maybe it's fine. I guess I don't really care about that. Even worst case, I still get to keep this, I think. Maybe. I probably should have attacked, yeah. I don't care how much upside this is, I think it's still worth attacking. Really depends if I'm playing around the sweeper or not. But either way, I should respect it. And respecting it means attacking. Or I should have played Adeline, which was also a potential play, but then I go, okay. So if I'm playing around the sweeper specifically, I should have played Adeline. If I'm playing around the most things that aren't the sweeper, I would say Thalia. So it ended up working out quite well. Yeah, I would play this because I have 2 buffers. How many wins can you consistently get by playing mono red? I haven't played mono red in the format. I think mono red is an average of 4 or 5 wins, which is pretty good. Not fantastic. I don't think it's a consistent 7 though. Too many random matchups that could screw you over. Potentially. I don't know. Again, I haven't played. That's just speculation. It could be a 7-win deck, but then everybody would be running it, and then everybody would be playing a deck that's good against mono red, which means mono red would suddenly be. It can, like, mono red will never be consistent 7. It could be for like a short time window, but then once people realize that mono red's everywhere, it's probably not gonna be able to consistently get 7 anymore. But 4-5 I think is what you can expect from it most of the time, which is the case for most tier 1 decks in best of 1. Oh, well, this is probably looking like a loss because I'm on the draw, but they don't have Kumano, which is probably the main thing. The main way you lose the game is Kumano. No Kumano, I have a chance, and I have a 1-drop. So there's multiple conditions to winning this matchup. I need a 1-drop, and I need them to not have Kumano until I get 2-drop. Okay, they have it now, but I mean, that's kind of whatever. Pretty interesting situation. Thalia, well, actually I need Thalia as well. It's not only a 1-drop that I need, I also need Thalia. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to, so. It doesn't matter if I protect that or not, really. It dies, it dies. Not a huge deal, I'd say. It's fine-ish. Pretty annoying, though. But at least they don't get value out of that. Alright, we're at 10, which is not horrendous. And if I draw Knight or Intrepid Adversary, I can kind of turn this turn this game on its head. I don't know. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Yeah, the Swift Spear, not taking the Swift Spear ended up costing me quite a bit of health here. But 8 is still comfortable, I would say. I should not have I'm not used to playing with Guardian. That's my bad. I guess I'll just bluff. No, I should take that. I can't block it, so that was just bad. Oh god. I'm so used to playing lands out from playing other decks that I whatever. I guess I'm not. I wouldn't be that mad about trading the Guardian. I guess whatever. That's if they can remove Thalia, and they've already had a decent amount of removal. So yeah. Okay, now I care. That's really bad. That's probably game losing. Oh, I should have flipped. Oh my god, I'm playing terribly. Okay, whatever. Just let me lose this game, whatever. I might as well concede at this point. Just so bad. I think swinging is pointless. I might as well keep it on defense. Rex. I mean, I guess I have a small chance. I am ahead on board, technically. Now I'm very far ahead on board. Now I can start swinging. Ah, I really deserve to lose. I made so many misplays this game. Playing too fast, not used to the deck. Is what it is. I don't think they can deal 4 here. And I do have lethal next turn. If they don't draw anything, so... Alright. Better lucky than good. Better lucky than good. As they say. This is why this game is pretty bad sometimes. Like, the fact that I can win that after making like 3 misplays in a row is just... not cool. But... the win for me in the end, so I'll take it. Just really bad. It looks bad on the game itself. That's winnable for me. I even missed damage because I got frustrated and didn't attack with a Brutal Cathar when it was a 3-2. So I could have lost that game as well from them finding literally any spell. This is interesting. I don't know how this is gonna pan out, but we're gonna find out. At least I have Mirax. Yes, kill that. Oh, I love this matchup. I think. Okay, I don't love that I'm flooding, but 23 lands should be okay. Okay, we're not okay. We are not okay.
Nobody knows Domino in the shadows. I've always hated krowz.
Oh god. That's not a good draw. Well, at least they're discarding, I guess. It's not a huge deal for me to discard land. That's fine. As long as they don't have proliferate. And they do. Okay, well, that sucks.
Drop it.
They don't. Okay. Cool. Wait, I'm totally fine here. Wait, what how did I even get to this spot? What? They had nothing? They had literally no spells.
Luck favors the foolish.
Just like 5 mana bombs. That's it? Why did it tap my... oh my I'll take damage, it doesn't matter. At the very least, I get a scry here. That's kind of annoying. Taking a trade here doesn't sound fantastic. Not too thrilled about that. But this has Ward 2. I wonder if I just go in. They didn't have a removal spell last turn, and they drew the hybrid. Oh no, they drew. Okay, they had curiosity. Okay. So I can either pass, and then they'll target the Skrelv, and then I lose access to Skrelv anyways, or I let them do whatever they want. I should do it. I need the Scribe. I get decent value from this. Oh boy, that is interesting. I don't know. I don't value that highly, but I would hate to draw land here. And it's not like it's bad. Like, they're gonna have to cast non-creature spells. It's probably okay. I'm not willing to take the risk of this being a worse card than Thalia when it's actually like kind of okay. It's on the upper end of what I can find. Mostly because I can draw land. I have 40% chance to draw land. I have more opportunities to draw Skrelv, maybe. Lay would not be fantastic. I would like to draw almost anything else, though, so in a way, you know, it's not super good, but... I don't really know how that could get countered, but... So, we're doing it again, black. Enlist. I mean, it's good damage. It's really good damage here. That is quite good. And I would have drawn a land, so... Good thing I kept it. It's actually, like, pretty good here. Since they didn't have interaction last turn. Now it's taxing, so any card draw they find is definitely weaker. And double Vanguard is a problem, I think, for them. Because they will not be able to target these. For my main damage dealers here. First Strike and potential indestructible. If I have a sweeper, I lose, I guess. That's fine. Probably. Poison again, yeah. Poison everywhere. Giving me a treasure is okay. And I think that goes in the graveyard as Skrelv, so it's actually like kind of good. And I can force blocks on this and this. And then just replay Skrelv. Yeah, I think that goes in the it does go in the graveyard, okay. And I will end up dealing with this because they can't... Oh, wait. No, they would literally... No, they have no choice. They have to block... Yeah, okay. But they can now block this. Is that a problem? Oh, they would lose one life, actually. I don't care. Yeah, this is better. Okay, never mind. So they can't plus this, which means it's kind of worthless. It's just another removal spell, but I'd rather just deal the damage at this point. Having Skrelv on the board, having Murex to deal that last point. They're just kind of screwed. I have 2 poison. I'm beating them at the poison race. Pretty good. This deck is performing a lot better. I don't know why. It's like exactly the same deck. I think I just faced better matchups. That's just variance at that point. But it's good. Like it's definitely not a bad deck, but I would say it's probably worse than the Aura's deck if I had to guess. I don't know. Maybe not. It is more consistent. I do have less lands, which might be contributing towards my wins potentially. I did face Rakdos and I beat it. But they had like the worst hand possible, so I don't know. Yeah, standard event is certainly a large portion of luck just from matchup RNG and play draw. But I think there are certain decks that are clearly better than others. Wink wink, Reanimator. But everything else is about on the same playing field, I think. And there you go. You asked for Rakdos, I get Rakdos. One of my worst matchups. Thank you. Appreciate that. No, for Rakdos, it's just if they draw Fable on curve, it's mostly a loss. If they're on the play. Now I am on the play, but I don't really have anything going for me other than the Guardian. I don't have a 1-drop. I'm flooding. This is certainly dying. If it's not though, then we're in a good spot. But it's definitely dying. Yup. So yeah, I mean, with a hand like this, I'm probably gonna lose the game if I don't find any action soon. And there's Fable. Cathar would be good. I really don't want to use this, but I guess I have to. Using premium removal on a laydown, and then they're gonna shield red, and I'm just crying, but I can't let that live. The mana advantage is just too much. If I had Thalia on the board, I would maybe consider letting it live, but even then, the thing I need right now is like a Cathar, another lay, Knight Errant probably. Sarah Paragon would be decent. The Guardian is pretty good though. I would argue maybe you don't want four Guardian, but then like what else are you doing? Guess who made this deck? Once you see this card, you know what's up. That's a bad and good sign, I guess, because they're playing less removal than they would otherwise, and they didn't find land. Okay, that's pretty fortunate. Oh, I do know from my own build doesn't run that much removal. I mean, there's a decent amount, but it's not like crazy. It is still good enough to potentially deal with both Adeleines, yeah. And there's a ton of sweepers too, which is a little bit scary. If they use the cut down here, that I know they have because they're okay. If they did use it, I think I would be in a fantastic spot. Now we need Knight. We need the Knight. Top 2 Scry Vanguard. Is that better than a random card? Probably. It's hard to argue against it. I do know they have cut down though. But that would mean my Thalia lives, so. Fable though. Fable being a 2-for-1 is so scary because now they have another creature. I'm out of lays. If they find Harvester, it's a problem. The only good thing going for me is, mana screw, but how long though? For how long? That's good. They used it preemptively. Means this is not dying probably. These are both bad, I think. This is not what I want. This is not at all what I want. It's possible. Brutal Cathar. No, it's not what I want. I need like... I need another Vanguard. I need another Thalia. I need... I don't even know at this point. I need too much. Adeline would be nice. Sarah Paragon would be nice. Knight. I guess I need Knight, Thalia, Intrepid Adversary, Sarah Paragon, Or I mean, I could lose here, honestly, but the number of sweepers in my deck is extremely high, so... Yep. Yeah, actually, it pisses me off that this deck is so good against me. Because I built it, and now that I'm playing against it, I'm realizing how well built it is, and it's triggering me a little bit. Like, most people don't play Elder Dragon War, so they will only have like 3 Brotherhoods then, or 4 maybe. I mean, I guess I'd rather go out by losing to my own deck than against some random deck. In a way, I guess. But that deck is so good. Like, even on a Mana Screw, they had such a good position. The only thing that could have pushed me over the top there would be a Knight Barons, right? Drawing 2 cards. And even then, it's hard to buff the toughness, so I would get swept anyways. This is decent. Created a monster. Yeah, I know. And the deck is just clearly, like, that Reanimator deck is just clearly better than everything else. I don't know. There's no doubt in my mind. There's no reason to play anything else. I think if you're really going for min-max pack reward, then the problem is once people start playing a lot of that deck, then it starts getting weaker unless you adapt. So, you know, it could happen that it becomes like much less powerful later. I don't know what I value more here. I think I actually value taking the Swift Spear. Because it can block. And it can block pretty well, actually. This can't block. Okay, so I don't really care about that. Domain Atraxa seems pretty strong. I disagree. I think Domain Atraxa just loses to mono red and sold. And even this, I think, beats it, eventually. A lot of things, I think, would possibly beat that. This is an interesting position, right? Because I do want to keep the Skrelv up. But I also want to go for 3. But I guess I don't really want to go for 3. It's not a huge deal. I think going for 2 is the better play. Because I have to protect this. Actually, I have to protect like everything, so... That's really good. Fantastic. Very, very good. Cut down their damage by quite a bit. Got protection, I've got Knight, I've got... Ooh, yes, I love to see that. I love to see that. That's so slow, no tempo. Now I'm gonna be swinging. Yeah, I think one of the main downsides of playing humans in general is that it has really, really bad toughness scaling. The damage is fine, but it just doesn't trade well, which is why I wanted Wedding Announcement in the first place. And I think Intrepid Adversary gains value in this case, I guess, from that fact alone. I wouldn't swing, right? I think swinging with both is just not good. So I won't. I can swing next turn, it's totally fine. I could have not swung and then tapped everything. I mean, I could still do it. It's probably worth, right? Just for more power. I don't care if they kill anything, right? Like, they would spend their entire turn doing that. It's worth. That just gives me so much more damage next turn as well. I mean, I guess I'll take this as like a Panic button, maybe? I don't know. But I think they're just dead. There's no way they can pass this, first of all, so this is always blocking at least one thing. H. Well, not H, because I'm also blocking that for free. I mean, they can't, like, they can't do anything. It's all like Ward 3, Ward 2. Interesting. I was on the play, right? Yeah, that was played well coin flip, I think. Why did I even cast a human? I don't know. Why not? It's fun. Have you ever heard of fun? It doesn't, like, it's not like I'm stalling. I'm just casting like a spell real quick. All they have to do is like let me resolve it, and then I attack immediately. I'm not like intentionally stalling. Fun not allowed. I don't know. The most impactful card of the mini set looks to be in a common. Honestly, I can't really argue with it. I think Calyx might be a little bit more impactful, but card's really good for sure. This kind of enabled an archetype, but I feel like Calyx also did enable an archetype. So it's, I would still say Calyx is probably a better card, but the fact that this is an uncommon is more impressive than Calyx enabling a new enabling an archetype from being a mythic. I feel like those are just different worlds. This looks like a good matchup. Oh, it's domain? I don't know. I don't know if the opponent is dead on board and not conceding. They're the ones BMing. I disagree. I think letting your opponent finish the game is not necessarily BM. It depends if they're like putting stops and stuff. Then I can agree. But I would not agree with that on an, if they're just passing, like if they're just letting you do your stuff, I think it's fine. Because some people want to get lethal the hard way, you know? I mean, I personally don't care if they concede or not, but I know some people really do. I think some people consider it BM if you do concede, so. I've heard that for sure in the past, that some people really hate when people concede. This is just brutal. I don't know what they kept, but that is not it. That is definitely not it. If I swing with this, what happens? Wait, and what happens if I swing with everything? No, if they block this, it would not be lethal, right? So if I swing with this, I have 8, 3, 3, and that is not enough. But also, what am I scared of here? Why am I holding the might up? So I can force the trade, and then I think they would block anyways. Does that mean that I just swing with everything anyways? Because I don't think they're playing a sweeper in a Jetmare deck, but I'd be wrong. Might as well put them to 4. I don't know. Like, this is not protecting me from a sweeper either way, so I don't really know what I'm doing with this. I could have like protection from Jetmir attack through with that lane, but I feel like it's just not. It's not that good. I actually do want the trade there because I have a second head lane. That's quite a fortunate matchup. Okay, wow, we're at 6 already. Jeez. I like that this deck goes fast. I would only play decks that go really fast in this this format. This is I don't know how I feel about this. I actually think this is bad. It's weird. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable keeping this. Really depends what matchup I'm facing. If I'm facing mono red, I think it's fine-ish. But it really has no, has like nothing actually. I don't know. It's so awkward. Yeah, that's better. Do I go for the selfish curve out, or do I go for the keep 2 lands and then like if I do the single player curve out here, it might actually be pretty bad, but it could be really good as well. So I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna act like I'm on the play, but okay, it's not gonna work out. But yeah, this is a matchup where I do want lay. Unless they play Thalia. If they play Thalia, I would never lay, I think. Until it's like way later in the game. Hey, Wonderbread. That is okay, actually. That is good. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. That means they're playing a little bit of a clunky version. Could be good for me. Depends how controlling. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Okay, oh, I'm really okay with that. This is fantastic. That is really good. Giving me a free attack here is just really, really fantastic. I think they're holding on to more removal though, so they'll definitely get the Hopeful Initiate up here. Vindicator is annoying until I find Cathar or Lay that I put at the bottom. Not great, but they can't really attack, so actually it's not that bad. So we're in a board stall until we're not, I guess. 4 Cathars, 4 Knight Errant. So whoever, they have an advantage from. That is annoying though. Okay, that is really unlucky. They have both. They have both. I really need to find a removal spell for one of them. That is really unfortunate. 1 is fine, 2 is not. And I put the lay at the bottom, so I don't. I mean, I guess I could. No, this goes face, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I see you. I see you. I see you. Is this a full send? Like literally full send? The problem is they can block here and they can double block here, but does that mean they die though? I think it would. 8, 4, so this is 9 plus 3, 12, 4. They would die, so they can't do that. But they could do this. But even then, I don't think the scry is worth it. I think it's better to separate the damage more. I'm not gonna do math. I'm just gonna swing. More damage the better, I think. Because I'm gonna try to brute force my way through here. Well, I mean, more instances. I don't want them to be able to chump block. I feel like chump blocking is dangerous for me. They're leaving like vanguards up. That's very interesting. That is very, very ambitious. Because I don't know how they're gonna be able to deal with double pump, like board pump. Like that sounds like a nightmare. Okay, really good. Cathar top deck for the win. Let's go. I mean, you need some luck to win some matches. I did have a buffer of 1 more loss, so more likely than not, I would be able to get to 7, but I'd rather do it now for sure. I'd rather do it now. I mean, I guess this doesn't matter. I don't know why I played that, but I don't have a first striker. I was like, oh, if I have a first striker, it could matter. Oh wait, does this deal damage before I deal damage? No, it doesn't, right? It goes on a stack in their data. Because it's not first strike. Alright. Human. Very good, very good. Verdict on the deck, I don't know. I think it's okay. I mean, when I say okay, I mean like it's good. It's on the upper echelon of decks in best of 1. But it's not my style of deck. I feel like I don't like playing like creature decks where you board wipe them and it's kind of over, and that feels like what could happen with this deck, unless you find countermeasures for that, which I don't know you can find. But at the end of the day, not every deck is playing sweepers, and sometimes Thalia and Skrelv can tempo you far enough into the game where it doesn't matter anymore, where Skrelv finishes off the game or a Flyer finishes off the game. So I don't know. I still think this deck is really good. Would I say it's the best? Probably not. Just play Reanimator, but pretty good. If you enjoy my content and would like to help me keep making it, consider supporting me over on Patreon, where you can access to a bunch of bonus videos, as well as other rewards depending on the tiers. And thank you so much to all the lovely patrons that are already subscribed. I appreciate it very much. And I will see you all in the next video.